Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video and I'm so excited. In fact, I'm excited about the topic I'm going to be talking about because I'm so passionate seeing couples being happy. It's my passion, it's my desire to see couples fulfilled, to see people fulfilled in terms of relationships and being happy. I want to see families happy. I want to see families united. I want to see families celebrating more than ever. So I'm going to be sharing here 10 tips to 10 common mistakes that couples make, and I pray that those that are committed to seeing their relationships move to the next level, those that are committed to making the best out of their relationship, I encourage you to go through these 10 steps with me and evaluate at what level your relationship is and see what to change, what to ameliorate as far as your, be it dating at the dating level, be it marriage. It's useful at all levels, the 10 things I'm going to be sharing in this video. And so without wasting your time, let me go straight to the point. Number one, the first mistake that most couples do that I want to highlight on is communication, not being able to communicate out clearly what they want. So if you cannot communicate clearly what you want to your partner, they are not in your mind to figure out what you want and what you expect them to do. So one of the things that most couples face difficulties with is the issue of communication. Many couples really have difficulties communicating their mind, communicating what they need and what they want exactly. For what reason? People have different reasons why they can't communicate. Some people don't feel at ease with their partners, and the question I usually ask is, if you're not feeling at ease, if you're not comfortable with someone, so why date the person if you can't talk to the person freely? Or some people date people whom they can't talk to, people whom they can't communicate with, because some people, they don't give space, they don't create that opportunity for communication to really be fluent. And it's not just about communicating, but communicating effectively, because there's a difference between talking and communicating. If you're going to be talking, then it won't produce results. If what you're saying at the end doesn't produce the expected results, then you might have as well spoken in vain or said things that didn't, you must have well invested without gain, because the aim of communicating effectively is so that your partner sees reasons with you to change on a particular area, or to communicate something that you want to see done. You want to see the results of what you've communicated to your partner. So without wasting too much time on that first point, let's dive quickly into the second point. The second point is taking your partner for granted. We see most of the times people complain about not meeting the right people, about partners not treating them right, and finally we realize that most of the times, when people finally meet that person that treats them well and that gives them all the attention they needed and all they've ever wished for, most of the times they end up taking that partner for granted. I don't know why, but it's maybe due to the fact that sometimes people get used to, from their past hurts, from their past, from the past relationships, the way they have been treated, the way their other partners treated them becomes a norm to them. And or from media, what media communicates concerning what love is supposed to be and how relationship is supposed to be, people tend out to look for things, fancy things that are not real and that are not really useful or helpful. So we're going to go quickly to the third point. The third point is ignoring your partner's needs. Yeah, these needs can be physical, they can be emotional. It's very important to identify the needs of your partner. Somebody won't need a hug and you're giving the person a gift. It's important to identify the needs of your partner and learn how to meet those needs, be it emotionally, like I said, or physically. So the fourth point is not making time for each other. if in a couple you don't make out time for each other, because it's when you make out time for each other that you even be able to go through some of these things, see what is working, see what did not work, see what to correct, see what to change. Evaluation, everything, every exam, every school or process that people go through in life, there's always an evaluation to see if they're moving forward or they're moving backward. And one thing I've noticed is that most couples rarely do evaluation of how far their relationship has gone, what they have achieved as a couple, what are their couple goals, and where are they heading to, what is the vision for both of them. And all this comes as a result of not being able to make out time for each other. People keep giving excuses of what use is it to stay with somebody for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And if you have the intention of taking the relationship to the next level and building a life out of that, what's the essence in being together when you're not working on a common goal or something common, if you cannot match your interests and work together? Because it said that two are better than one, and the outcome that two people can produce when they are focused and they are passionate about what they are doing always produce better results than concentrating and doing something on your own. So the fifth point is holding on to grudges. This has kept many couples in a situation where they can't move forward, or in a situation where they are missing out on a lot of things. If you're looking for a perfect human being, then you can as well marry God. I'm not saying people should make excuses and not work on the areas they're supposed to work on, pretending that they're not perfect. No, we change and we evolve as time is going, and you need to understand that if you aren't perfect, then don't expect perfection from other people. And if you're not willing to be patient with others to see them work in the areas where they have weaknesses, or they have not yet worked on those areas in their lives, it will be difficult. You might hold grudges unnecessarily. So what I'm trying to emphasize on this point is learn to forgive, learn to let go. If you let go of things easily, it will be easy for you to move on and to assess quickly and easily the relationship. And because people stay in grudges for months, in a year you snub your partner, let's say 5 times, and in that same year you made a year has 12 months, and then in that same year you didn't talk to your partner for 5 months. Like this month you're talking to your partner. I've really seen couples like this month they're talking to your partner, the next month they're not talking to your partner. This week they're talking to their partner, the next coming month they're ghosting their partner. It's a very immature behavior. So I'm encouraging someone to really work on that aspect, because it's going to help you, especially if you're somebody that's committed to see your relationship move to the next level and to build a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. So number 6 point is lack of trust. Lack of trust comes as a result of in fact, lack of trust has to do with many things. It could be issued from the fact that people have been betrayed in the past and then they have difficulties trusting. But some people naturally, there are people that naturally they are always suspecting everything they see. They are always like, could this be real? Could this be? Due to sometimes they don't even get to experience the negative things themselves, but due to things that they have witnessed around their environment or things that they have heard or seen, they tend to they have this mindset where they are like, can somebody really be good enough? Nobody's ever good enough for them. So they have difficulties trusting people, maybe because they have seen it around their environment. I take for instance a guy growing up, he saw his mom and dad have trust issues. For instance, he saw aunties, uncles around dealing with trust issues and betrayal issues. So at the end of the day, even if they do not go through that same problem, they tend to have this mindset where they are skeptic about everything or things. So it's important to identify why you have difficulties trusting in the very first place and see what can be done about it. Or maybe it could be your partner, it could be you watching me right now, you have difficulties trusting. You have to sit down and evaluate why you have difficulties trusting. We're going to see that in another video where I'll be addressing the different reasons why people find it difficult to trust and what can be done to solve the problem on its own. So number 7 is not setting boundaries. Many people jump into relationships without setting boundaries. Every company that is about to, I call a relationship an investment, because you invest time wise, emotionally, physically, in every aspect, because you're present. In fact, I'm talking to those that want to grow a relationship too and see it and see the fruits of that relationship. So not setting healthy boundaries, I was talking about a company. Before someone creates a company, they always set everything in place. Like, if this person goes against this, if a worker employee goes against this, they get this sanction. If this happens, this is going to be handled this way. But it's funny how we jump into relationships, we have no standards, we've set no boundaries of what we're expecting, what should be done and what shouldn't be done, and we just jump into the relationship in the name of feelings. And most of the times we see what feelings end up causing. So as we grow and we mature in knowledge in this area and in this domain, we come to realize that it's important to have your boundaries well written. It's important to have standards of what you're looking for. And when you finally find even what you're looking for, there has to be clear boundaries, well defined, in such a way that your partner is aware and they see if they are going to stick to it or not, if they are in or out, and it avoids a lot of trouble in the long run. The number 8 point, we have resistance to change. It's important to look at your partner. If they are resistant to change, or you yourself, you can be that person, you notice that you're resistant to change. Because it's one thing to want to be with somebody who admits their fault and is willing to change and work on the areas of their life where they are not perfect. And it's another thing to be with someone who is resistant to change, because being with someone who is resistant to change means every work and effort you'll be putting in will be in vain, and the person won't take you serious at all. So it's one thing to analyze carefully and see if your partner or you yourself, you're committed to, if your partner is resistant to change, or it could be you in the relationship that you notice that you're resistant to certain changes. Try to find out why, what makes you react that way, why are you resistant to that particular, it could be a habit, it could be an addiction, it could be something, and move to the next level to see how to solve the problem. So the number 9 point is dishonesty and lying. Dishonesty and lying may seem very, some people take it lightly, but there's lies and lies. Like I always say, sometimes anything that is built on lies is really it can't really stand for long. Many people go into the relationships, they keep their real self, who they truly are. They put on this fake makeup of their personality, of their characters. Not only character, it could be their past that they are ashamed of, they're not able to open up. One of the things, one of the ways you identify you're not really ready to date or to be in a serious relationship is when you have difficulties talking about your past with your partner. Because one of the reasons, there are many reasons why you may not feel comfortable talking about your past with your partner. It could be that you don't trust that person, it could be that you're not confident about it yet. There are things you still need to deal with, you have not healed from your past, and there are things you still really need to work on. So it's important to analyze that area and that aspect also. Check dishonesty, lying. There are things to check out for before you get into a relationship, or the first moments when you're still analyzing the person you intend to date or to go on a serious relationship with. It's important to know are if they are committed to speaking truth and not being dishonest. And because those are things that it starts once, twice, three times, and it becomes a habit. There are red flags. I call them red flags. They are things not to ignore at all. Though some people think it's not alarming and it's not a big issue and it's not important to make a deal out of it, but for me, those are core things and core values, because I don't believe in building anything on lies. Whatever is built on lies at the end of the day comes crushing and crumbling. So the last point we're going to see, the 10th point, is neglecting self-care. You can only love someone to the degree to which you love yourself. You can only pour out on someone else to the degree to which you pour into yourself. If you're not healthy enough, you're going to release that negative aura even to those around you. If you don't work on yourself, that's why I tell people the greatest investment you can do in this life is investing on yourself. Because when you're healthy emotionally, mentally, in every aspect, you're a joy to the environment, you're a joy to all those that are around you, you're a blessing to people around you when you're okay, when you're healthy, and when you're healed. Because not being emotionally healed is the same thing, like, it's not because it's not people don't see it physically. It's the same thing like having cancer, battling with it, struggling with it. Nobody is seeing it physically, but it's eating you up. So the same way we address, and the same energy and attention we take to address things that are seen, is the same way we have to address those things that are not seen. So beware of this, and if they can help, we beware of these things and use them to build a healthier and more fulfilling relationship with your partner, for those that are really committed to seeing more and going far with their relationship. I hope these 10 points helped someone. I hope somebody is going to go through their relationship uh, with their partner. Advice is going to be very useful. Go through the points, see what to work on, see what to lay aside, see the issues that has to be addressed. I really pray it helps someone move to the next level. And thank you for listening. Hit the subscribe button. Encourage as I get more content that is going to bless you as I pour into you. And I'm committed to see couples come back some few time later to tell me how far they have gone based on these advices, based on these tips, and how it has helped them move to the next level. Bye bye.